What's going on? How y'all doing? I'm excited about today, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. We made it one more week. And with all that's going on in the world, I'm excited about it. I'm grateful for whatever reason. I'm grateful that I'm still here and able to join y'all for this what I like to call Poppy's Conversation Corner that happens every week, y'all. We're having real conversations with real people about real things. And today I'm excited because my homegirl from downtown, way back, we go way back. Like I like I almost said like cook, right? But you can't say that on here. But I have a very special guest. Nakia Smith is on with us, y'all, and she's talking about mental health resources every school should offer. And she's in the school, she's in the trenches, she's doing the work. And I'm excited about it. I'm trying to share this video and I'm doing it right now. So do me a favor. If I just shared it, you do me a favor. Share it. Comment. Let's talk back to us. Like we're live. We're live. So talk to us. Let's have some good conversation about mental health resources and what schools should have in their schools so that they can operate effectively. But I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Charisma, I saw you. What's up? Do me a favor. Share this video. Let the family in Chicago know that we're talking tonight because I know they'd be watching. So let them know that we're live so that they can talk back with us. Y'all, let's get Nakia on this screen so she can talk back with us because I know she's ready. She's been waiting all day, patiently.
Patiently.
Said patiently waiting. Patiently. What's up, Nakia?
Hey, Kerry, how are you?
Good. How are you?
See, you do that all the time, and we're not gonna do that tonight.
No, we're gonna be all the way turned up.
We are.
Yeah, Charisma, I had to call your family out because they be watching. They told me they were down here. They said we watch your lives. You did a great job. Well, I mean, they really only started watching when I interviewed you, meaning Charisma. I interviewed Charisma and her family. Like they started watching from them. But I was grateful that they watched. But how you doing, Nakia?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I am a little nervous. You know, me and cameras, we don't always go together,
What does
but
that
I'm
mean?
here. I'm here for it. Oh,
Nervous. What does that
just a little
mean?
bit, but we here.
I don't know what that
Um,
means. Like what is nervous to you? Like what happens when you get nervous?
I'm feeling kind of like butterflies in my stomach. My palms are a little sweaty. My heart is beating a
Oh,
little faster than normal.
mm.
So, you know,
So I'm
that's
gonna need you to
a
do
little
some
anxious.
deep breaths. So I'm right now. I'm just need you to
Absolutely.
stop and just yes, and just let it out. See, when you let it out, it's
Thank
gone.
you, Gary.
It's
It's
yeah,
gone. It's
it's
gone
gone. It's
already.
gone. It's
The
gone. We're
second
gonna do
time.
this, and we're gonna do it like
Yes,
it's just gonna. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. So
I
Nakia,
love it.
though, you're Nakia
Yes,
Smith. You're from
I
Cincinnati,
am.
Ohio.
I am.
You're
Born and
in the
raised
mental
all
health
my life.
field. Yes, in the mental health field.
Hmm. Hmm.
How out of all the things, because I know when you were younger, I know her grandmother personally. Like we have tea. Me and her grandmother have tea. Uh, so I know out of all the things in the world you could have been, mental
Hmm.
health
Hmm.
provider, mental health specialist.
Hmm.
How did that come about? Like where did that come from? Like one day you just like, oh no, I'm not gonna be a doctor. I want to be a mental health specialist. Like what was that like?
Lord have mercy. So, it was a long, kind of interesting journey. I'll say that I began my college career um, as a construction management major. So
Mm.
I was in the UC school. It was an engineering college. It was called the College of Applied Science, and I was in there. Loved it. And then I think first, let's see, second quarter. We were still in quarters, a long time ago,
Yeah.
of my freshman year of college. My mom passed away, and everything just kind of was at a standstill for me. Um, I just when I tried to go back to school, I couldn't study, I couldn't focus. And that was my the first time I went to seek help, because I'm like, I'm reading these books and nothing is sinking in what's
Mm,
going on. And the therapist said, that's depression.
mm,
So that was my first kind of introduction to mental health. And it was so hard for me to even find out where to go to find this therapist.
mm,
And then over that journey, I realized there were more and more people, family members, that just couldn't find resources. And I could pick up on their depression now. I can pick up on their anxiety because I've now gone through it.
mm,
And so that led me to actually switch my major.
mm.
And then at first it was psychology, and then I was kind of leaning towards the criminal justice system. I wanted to originally be a therapist within the jails and the prison system. So my undergrad is in criminal justice with a minor in African American studies, and then my master's is in mental health counseling.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
love that.
So
I love
very,
that.
very interesting journey. Yeah.
Definitely. So, like, throughout that though, so like, because you had all this stuff going on in life, transitions and things,
Hmm.
um and then so
Absolutely.
you make this decision to like go into this different field. What was it like
Hmm.
initially, like you actually stepping in? So you're in it, you have to do your internships and all this stuff. What was that like? Like,
Whew. So at that time, during grad school, so I didn't come from generational wealth.
mm,
So I had to find a way to pay my tuition. So
mm.
I had a graduate assistant position. I had to find a way to pay my regular bills. So I had to have a job. And also with internship, I had to have 20 to 30 hours of internship. At that time, it
Wow.
wasn't paid. So I'm working a graduate assistant position. I'm working a regular job to pay my bills, and I'm doing 20 to 30 hours of internship plus a full class load. So those 2 years were challenging, and I up 24 hours some days just trying to bust out everything.
Mm.
At one point, I had a position working with clients where I spent the night at their homes to make sure they were safe. Yeah, and while I'm making sure they're not swallowing batteries, I'm doing my homework. Uh, yes,
Oh
so the
wow.
road was not easy at all to get to this space. Some days I was like, I should have kept my full time job that I had. But when I saw the lack of, first of all, people of color in the
Mm.
profession, that was my motivation. When I would go to the internships, and the little girls and boys of color were just so excited to see me, to see someone that looked like them. That was also my push and my motivation to keep going.
I
So very challenging, very difficult road, but I would do it all over again. I
I love
definitely would.
that. I definitely love it. I love that last fact of like you going into the space and them being able to mirror and see someone who looks like them. So that goes into
Hmm.
the topic. So mental health resources, and
Yeah.
what every school should offer. And you're in the schools now, so you're
Hmm.
currently operating um, at Poppy's
Hmm.
Therapeutic Corner. Shout out to Poppy's.
Yes.
Woo woo woo.
Mhm.
But anywho, you're currently operating as the programs manager for Poppy's Therapeutic Corner. So
Mhm.
what does that entail? What does that look like? Programs manager.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, what I do, I make sure that the partnerships with the various schools run smoothly. So, I have relationships with the admin, the counseling staff, the mental health teams, and I make sure that the providers inside of schools, from Poppies, have what they need, and I make sure all those relationships just kind of flow
Mm.
and work together so that we can meet the needs of the students.
So
That's it in a nutshell.
that's perfect. So that goes into the first question. So how can school
Yeah.
staff no, actually, what challenges, that's what it was. What challenges do school-based counselors face when trying is that right? I don't think that was the right question. What
That's
challenges
number
do
that's number 4, but we can go there.
yeah. Yeah, that it's
We can
number four. Question number four. There you go. What challenges do
number
school-based
4.
counselors face when trying to meet students' needs? Because you're in there, you see
Um,
it.
mhm. So limited resources sometimes. Like Poppies, we're in the schools, we're available, we can pull kiddos from class and see them, but not all schools have a mental health provider right there in the school. So um, while the kiddo is at school, there's no way to help. So they have to find resources outside of the school, which can be very challenging. There's usually always some type of long waiting list or just trying to find the right provider, someone that can gel with your child. And then, okay, when do you go? When your parent gets off work at 5 or 6 o'clock? Are you trying to talk through some stuff then, or are you trying to get ready and go to bed?
Yeah.
So that's limited resources. um let's see, another big one is stigma. That's something that school-based counselors face. Like, I
So like
don't
the
want to go
stigma
talk to
of,
that lady.
of therapy, yeah, like the stigma of therapy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something big that we still fight through, especially again with children of color. Usually, it's like we pray about it, we tell it to Jesus, and then we just leave it alone.
Yeah.
So, so just knowing that it's okay to come and talk to somebody about what's going on with you.
So is there like a way that and we're gonna come, what do you find is a challenge when it comes to crisis intervention, especially in school settings?
Not knowing what to do, people panicking,
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh, this
the
kiddo
appropriate
said she's gonna kill
response.
herself. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Right. And following the crisis protocol. So Poppies, our school-based providers, we all have a crisis protocol that we follow. The schools also usually have a crisis protocol that they follow. So just making sure you know and understand your plans, the chain of command of who to contact, when, is very important. But that is the biggest challenge, just knowing that information and where to find it
Mm.
and to follow it when
Yeah.
you're heightened.
Yeah.
It can be
That
very, very challenging.
that definitely is a challenge. And just like in that present moment, like you're there and it's uh like mind goes
Hmm.
blank, but then it's still like you have to operate. You still
You still
I
have to
you
operate.
still have to
So that's where the written plan comes in. Like,
mm,
okay, let me pull this up. Let me
yes.
read through it
This is it.
step by step.
Step by
Let me
step.
just follow that.
Yes.
Yes.
That seems like that would be the greatest challenge. I like to be in
Hmm.
that moment and just like the baby just told you that, and it's like you can't just drop the ball at this point. Like the ball is in your hand.
Drop the
Like
ball.
yeah,
Or you just want to grab them and hug them and rock
yeah. Like
them, but
no,
that's only
like
going to get you so far.
it's like no,
No,
don't
baby,
do it. Don't
please.
do it. Don't do
We love you.
it. Yes.
Don't do it.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. And that's, the mother instinct in me kind of kicks in. So I have to override that and like, okay, what is the best plan for this child? And we have it. So let's
And we
follow
do.
it.
We do. Let's follow. Let's follow step by step. But I did
Hmm.
want to go back because we were talking about some of the
Yeah.
challenges like faced in schools. And then you brought up
Hmm.
like the fact that some schools don't offer or have the resource, and then there's barriers, so families face barriers, so if they have to go outside of the school, that means that they have to do appointments after hours, and then there could be transportation
Hmm.
barriers and all this stuff, like, but what ways
Hmm.
can like what services or what ways can help kind of reroute that? I know like case management services help in instances like that, like
Mhm.
helping with
Oh,
barriers.
absolutely.
But how, like,
Mhm.
how would like a family go about like getting like connected though? Like, I mean, do we know? I know you should know like some resources, right? I mean, like, I'm not even just saying
Like
like just
Poppy's
pop.
Therapeutic Corner?
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't want to say like that, but like,
Like
do you
Poppy's
know?
Ther
Do you know
Yeah,
anybody?
Therapeutic Corner. Give me like Poppy's Therapeutic Corner where you could reach out, and we have community-based resources as well. We have community-based therapists and case managers that have availability on their caseloads right
Oh,
now
I did
at
not
this
know
moment.
that. Oh, so even at that
Yes, yes,
website right there.
absolutely. There it is. You know what? That was magic
It just popped up.
because
Wow.
and the phone number too.
And the number. So you can call that number.
And the
Like
number.
someone is there. We have the resource. The
Someone is
resource is there.
we
And
do.
and
We
Poppies
have
is just
very
one.
capable.
Yes. And Poppies is just one of the
Mhm,
resources. There's a plethora of other like resources out there. But outside of the
mhm,
school
mhm,
setting, there are community
mhm.
based resources that you can still, so like if your school doesn't, if your kid's school doesn't offer mental health services or a service that you feel that is compatible for your child, there's other resources. So we have to do
Right.
our work, like do some work behind it, research it, and if you
Yeah.
don't want to research it, you can call me, I'll research it for you.
Yes, and also connect with your school-based your counselors, your school counselors.
Mm.
If you don't have a school-based providers, they always know. They always know how to find where to find the resources that you need. Be sure to connect with them. Um, even the principal, the assistant principal, like the school staff is really there to help you navigate through those things. Even if they don't know the answer, I feel like they would try to find it for you and get back with you. But definitely the school counselors or school psych.
I love it. I love it. So resources there, we just have to tap into it. So how
Yes.
do you deal with your reevaluating your therapeutic programming if you're not getting the desired results from clients? So I'm guessing, like,
Hmm.
going back, like, how would the therapist reevaluate how they're handling
So if you feel like I'm taking it like if you don't see your client making progress,
progress?
or
Yeah,
you don't feel like your client is making progress,
I feel like that's
then
where she's
how do
going
you? So I think progress looks different, right?
on the individual.
I think sometimes, right, we go in to this process thinking they're going to come out with these huge outcomes and saying, "Oh, yeah, they used to be a 10 on the anxiety scale and we're going to bring them back down to a 4." Sometimes it's a 9 by the end of the year. That's what progress looks like. And it's slow, it's steady. It you just kind of you're chipping away. And sometimes you may feel like you need to reevaluate your your approaches, but you are making progress. So I think it's a also an internal examination of, am I putting my goals and expectations on this client
Mm,
versus the progress that they feel safe
yeah.
making.
So it's basically like you have to take that like lens of basically from the actual client viewpoint, like, so not so much self
Mhm.
but like
Mhm.
looking at it from the
Right,
viewpoint
right.
vantage point of the client. um I like that.
What goals are you trying to accomplish? What is your timeline for these goals? I always, when I was a therapist, I would always say that I am helping you not to need me. I am working my way out of a job.
Mm,
So therapy is not like Iyanla fix my life, right? Where someone is telling you what to do. You are telling us your goals, and we are giving you the tools to
mm,
figure it out yourself. So if a client says they want to be a better bowler, something really, really simple. Okay, what does that look like? What are the steps that you want to take? And as they're making those steps, some places they do well, some places they need more help. We're guiding you. Okay, let's see what help looks like. So I would just say go at the client's pace
Mm-hmm.
and whatever that looks like for them. So if they're telling you though, like this ain't working,
That's different.
have an open.
Yeah.
That's very, very different. That's how
Yeah.
you know.
That's,
So if they openly say that, yes, there you go,
yes.
Julie. So, but if they openly communicate like, hey, this ain't working, I thought this was something different, feel free, excuse me, to have that conversation. Like, what are you looking for? What's not working? What do we
Mm-hmm.
need to tweak? Okay, I'm here for it. And that's another self-reflection moment for the therapist. Like, don't let your pride be hurt, don't let your ego be bruised. You are here for the client and
Yes.
you may need to pivot. So
I like that.
yeah.
Pivot. Keyword pivot. And it's okay. It's each individual is gonna be different. Like so it's one client's gonna be this way. You're gonna see a fast turnaround on that one. The other one may take
Mhm.
time. And the steps just
Makes
may be a little longer, but it's each case is
mhm.
gonna each situation is gonna be totally different. Me and Nakia, if we were going
Absolutely.
through the same, if we were seeing the same therapist, best believe I'm gonna be 2 years behind her because she's already gonna be um healed, freed, and delivered, and Carrie's still gonna be back there. Well, what I'm supposed to do? Can you write these steps
Mm-mm.
down so I can? It's like, no, I'm just
I don't believe it. It depends
nah,
on what it is, Carrie. It depends on what it is.
not sure. Oh, I'm seeing comments pop up, but I think that's us putting that out there.
Oh
Um,
yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mind peace. Mind
yes.
peace. Cincinnati.com. Thank you, Poppy's Therapeutic Corner,
Yes,
for
thank
that
you.
reminder.
Yes, you can always check out who's your child's school provider by going to Mind Pieces. Definitely on there to break down who's operating in that school. That way, one, if your
Mhm.
kid has a
Mhm.
provider, services that's
Absolutely.
offered, you can do your research even on there.
Mhm.
So how
Yep.
can schools, in
Yep.
your opinion, build effective partnerships
Mhm.
with community mental health providers?
Um, I would say, and Carrie, you and I do these sometimes. They have
Yeah.
those meet and greets
Yes.
where they bring in like all the providers and like the school staff and the students, and you get together and we're able to just kind of network
Mhm.
and talk to the kids, talk to the staff, see what they need, see what questions they have, and it just really gives us an opportunity to have those face-to-face conversations.
Mhm.
That's better than those virtual emails like, hey, what services do you provide, or hey,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can really answer those questions real time. Let's see.
I like this.
Just
I like
ongoing.
this. She was I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I know what she's doing. I'm not gonna call her out because she ain't gonna be mad at me tomorrow. But I see those answers written down
Ooh,
in this paper.
I'm about to turn my camera off, Carrie. Don't do that. Turn it off. You weren't
No,
supposed to see that. You weren't supposed to call me out. Yes, I do have notes.
no,
Okay.
I'm just playing. No, she was prepared. She was
Handwritten.
prepared. She was prepared.
I was prepared
Mm.
because I knew I was nervous. And that's one of the things that I talk about in therapy, okay?
Yeah, no,
How to
that's
be
fine.
prepared
Gotta
when
be
I'm nervous.
prepared.
So, and that's and being transparent, anxiety is real.
Hmm.
And in those step-by-step things that you're learning, I'm
Hmm.
learning how to be prepared so I won't just freeze and turn my camera and mic off and say, I'm done. I'm running.
So I'm running away. I'm done with this. Goodbye.
Right, peace side and out.
I know. No, I like that though. I like that. I just want to let you know that I'm one accord with you. I just see it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, because
Yes.
I would just draw a blank.
Mhm. It's okay.
So one thing that I did write down: ongoing communication, just not in crisis. just being a regular part of like student support and all the planning and just having regular meetings. Yes.
So like, okay, I'm glad you said that. So like how does that look though? So because you got like the mental health teams that are at these schools.
Hmm.
So normally it's probably like,
Hmm.
4 or 5 people, and that's probably too many people. So you got like a mental health
Hmm.
team at the school, but you got
Hmm.
hundreds of
Hmm.
students, and then
Hmm.
like they
Hmm.
have to,
Hmm.
like, the mental health team is responsible for all of these students, correct? No. Like, how does that work?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes. So yes, they are. They really are. So for us, we have partner meetings
Hmm.
with the mental health team, sometimes monthly, biweekly, whatever the schedule is. And it's usually broken down into grade.
Mm.
So for the counselor, so one counselor will be over ninth grade, 10th
Okay, okay,
grade,
okay, okay.
and um, but surprisingly, even though it's a large amount of kids,
Hmm.
they usually know all their kids.
Mm.
They can by name say, "Oh yeah, that's right. This person is suspended right now. So let's, that's maybe why
Yeah.
you can't get it, you can't find them in the school." Or this person is really struggling, or this person's parent is sick. So let's make sure they get into see their therapist maybe twice this week. So they really have a good handle on the kiddos. And I mean, for me, I know that I just try to go to the school and just have random conversations
Yeah.
with the staff. Go find them, just say, "Hey, how's it going? What's new?"
Yeah.
Just building those relationships because and get to know everyone's personality. So when a crisis does arise, or it may arise, you all already have that foundation
Mhm.
of trust, um, to kind of move and navigate through those situations, knowing that everyone has that student's best interest at heart,
Mhm.
and to debrief after, because after crisis situations, after things happen, just coming together and taking a deep breath is very, very important.
No, that
So I hope I
definitely
answered
is.
your question.
No, you definitely did. You
Okay.
definitely did. So like, and so this is an ongoing thing. So like the school, the part, even though I know this answer, I'm
Mhm.
just like establishing. So like, like it's be established.
Yeah,
So like this
yeah,
is a like a ongoing thing. So like you guys are constantly meeting.
yeah,
You're very much so present, and like, so from what I'm hearing, what you've
absolutely,
experienced is that the mental health teams in the schools are just very much so as present as the outside partners.
absolutely, absolutely. They are very, 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 very present, and yeah, and very hardworking. Love the kids, and they are mental health advocates and advocates for their kiddos if no one else is.
So let me hold on. It says because the question slipped my mind, but it's on this. I think it was, how do they recognize the early signs? Yes, here it goes. How can
Hmm.
school staff, there we go, recognize early signs of mental
Yeah.
health concerns in students? So outside of the mental health team, because I mean, like, they're pretty
Hmm.
much aware
Hmm.
of like their students, but you got
Hmm.
like teachers, you got the resource
Hmm.
coordinators, you got all these like
Hmm.
staff in the
Yeah.
building. How can they recognize signs?
Hmm. Yeah. What I wrote down. One sudden changes in behavior. Right. So this kid is usually participating in class, interacting in class, and next thing you know, they're withdrawn.
Mm.
Um, or um, or just indifferent about coming to class, or this kid that's usually even tempered is now aggressive. Like
Mm.
those sudden kind of noticeable changes in behavior, that's a sign. Academic decline without a clear cause. Speaking of my grandmother, she just tried to call me just now. Um,
Tell her you with Kerry right
While I'm
now. It's
reading.
okay. Yeah,
I'm talking to Carrie. Who said
oh,
no?
she gonna say who? Who?
No,
Cause
we gotta say it at a
yeah, a
certain
couple times. She'll
volume.
get it eventually. She'll get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we shout out to Sister Coleman. We love
Yeah.
her.
Woo, woo.
Okay. Academic decline without a clear cause, right? So we have students that sometimes they may not study for the test and they not may not get a good grade, but in this instance, someone that does relatively well and
Mhm.
then their grades just start slipping, and it's not like a one-off situation, that's a sign. Um, Frequent physical complaints like headaches and stomach aches. Um, Sometimes when kids are feeling very, very anxious, their stomach hurts, um, and depression, headaches, and things like that. That is a sign um, of something maybe going on. Um, Avoidance behaviors, not wanting to attend school or certain classes. So sometimes kiddos will feel really anxious in a certain class with a certain teacher, so they just don't go.
Mm,
So sometimes they're punished for being truant instead of addressing, okay, so why aren't you going? Is
mm,
there a reason? What's going on? I get really, really anxious um, when that happens, or when I go to school, or there's somebody bullying me in Fifth
mm,
Bill. I'm not going. So, and then changes in friendships, isolation. If someone has like a whole bunch of friends, or just maybe even one or two, and then next thing you know, they're in their room, not talking to nobody, things like that.
mm.
That's a sign. Or like as a teacher, you see them in school just in the hallway, not talking to anybody, have their headphones on, just kind of
Lonely.
moseying through.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then just excessively worrying about stuff. When you hear them like, well, what about this? What if, what if, what if? If you notice that, then that is a sign of some mental health concerns. So
And
yeah,
then
those are
so
the
like
top ones that I think of.
so when we see these signs or when they see these signs, like what's suggested to for them to do? Like I mean, like do they reach out
Mhm,
to I mean, because I mean like I'm assuming
mhm,
they their mental health team they can reach out to them, right? At the school. Because
absolutely.
yeah, how
Mhm.
does that work?
So I think for teachers, it depends on the relationship, right? If you already have built that relationship with that student, feel free to say, "Hey, you good? What's going on? I've noticed some changes in you." If you don't have that relationship, I think it would be good to find that trusted adult um, within the school. Um, and that could be the principal, that could be the assistant principal, that could be anyone in the mental health team. So I would just suggest that you tell someone, let
Mm,
someone know. Don't just let that kiddo just continue to sink.
mm,
Even the mental health team, the counselors, if they pull them in and just kind of process some feelings, and they see that there's a need for like ongoing services, then you reach out to the school-based providers to get them in for regular therapy
oh,
sessions,
I like that.
or
So
reach out to Mind Peace. Yeah.
and so because when they're doing that, that's under the assumption because some of the kids may not even be in like actual services by the school, right? Or like maybe from the mental health partners. So like,
Yeah.
are they allowed to like? How would they get that kid like even connected? Like, are they allowed to get that kid connected?
Yeah. So once you talk to the mental health team, they will fill out the referral
Oh,
for school-based
oh,
programming. Yes.
oh,
Is that
yes.
your question?
Yeah,
Or
that's what I'm saying. So the school can actually refer the kid, like, or they have to go through like. How
absolutely.
does this work?
hmm So for mental health services, at least for poppies, you need to reach out to the parent first and say,
Okay.
"Hey, this is what we're seeing.
Okay.
And we recommend, we feel that it would be helpful for them to receive ongoing therapy services. Is this okay with you?
Okay. Okay.
Because they are still minors.
Yes.
So ultimately, they have to have their parents' permission. So um, if the parents are good with it, they'll fill out the referral form. They'll fill out the consent form, and that's Poppy's
Processes.
process.
But yeah.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we will get them an intake and with our intake specialist, and then they will ultimately see the therapist and or case manager. So the therapist will teach the tools needed to address whatever symptoms they're having, anxiety, depression, what have you, and then the case manager, along with finding resources and things, will uh, support whatever is learned
Mhm.
in therapy. So reinforce what is learned in therapy. So if they have learned some deep breathing techniques in therapy, then the case manager will say, "See what I did there? Deep breathing,
Yes.
yeah."
Yes.
The case manager will say, "Okay, what tools did you learn? Let's practice."
Let's practice. Okay.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. So that's how that's done. But the school can refer or the parents can refer.
I like that. I like that. So it kind of like either way,
Mhm.
the parent is pulled in and become a part of the team as well to kind of help the kiddo like get through this
Mhm.
process. So I like that. I definitely do.
Mhm. Yep.
Nakia, I want to tell you though, this was not as painful as expected. And I'm telling you that. I'm standing 10 toes down on it. That
Are you sure?
yes, because guess what? You made it through it.
Hmm.
You made it through it. You made it
Okay.
through it. Yeah, like you made it through it. Like I
Okay.
don't feel like yeah, I don't feel like I have to like inflict any more pain. Because you
Okay.
made it through it. And you came out, you
Got it.
did it. Now you can say I'm an overcomer. I've done it. I'm like, yes, I did that. I did that. And you did your deep breathing. You wrote down your answers. And she even knew what numbers the questions was. She said that was question number 4. Check me because Mikey said I keep looking down at my phone because I'm trying to figure out the questions. I'm saying I love this though. I love this. Like it was a challenge, and I'm glad that you overcame it. And it wasn't that hard. I'm telling you, like it wasn't.
Okay.
Like because if
Okay.
we were
Now,
sitting there, if we were sitting face to face, we would be going. Conversation would be like, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. Let's
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
What you got to say?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, laugh and joke. This all
Yep.
this is. This all this is. See, so we gonna have you on next
All this
week.
is with
I love this. You heard what I said?
well,
I said, so we gonna
I
have you on
I
next
try
week.
not to. And you repeated it. I heard you the first time, but I act like I didn't. But yes.
No, I thank you though. I thank you so much. Y'all do me a favor though. Share this video because Nakia was dropping some great information. Like, share, comment on this video. Nakia, before we get off, I'm gonna ask you one more question. But before we get off, I do ask every guest to drop a gem, some words of wisdom that we can, chew on from here to next
Mhm.
week. I know you got them. You always throwing them off anyway. So let the world know what you chewing on. But the last question that I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So because you transitioned from in the chair in a sense to like programs manager and like what was your best like experience while sitting in the chair? Like, and of course, you don't have to go into detail, but what was your best experience as the person sitting in the chair, being a change agent, being a supporter, being someone there helping push somebody through? What was your best experience that you can recall? I know you have plenty of them.
From having someone graduate from therapy,
Mhm.
having someone feel like their goals were met and they could proceed in life being a better version of themselves.
I love it. I love that. I love that. And sorry, that was
Yeah.
technically Poppy's somebody calling us. They saw they're watching the live right now. They decided to call, so they were just literally calling the office phone.
Okay. They were
I
so
love that.
excited. They were
Yeah, they were
excited.
excited. They
I
said
love
I
that.
watched that live, and Nakia
Mhm.
encouraged me to call 513-570-4068, and they're going to schedule that appointment. Yes, yes. We thank you.
Yes, they
Thank you.
are. Yes,
No,
they
I
are.
love that, Nakia. Though I love it. Thank you for dropping that gem. Thank you for spending this time with us. You didn't have to do it, but you did, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I do. Do
Thank
me a
you.
favor. We're gonna get off here, but stay on for a couple seconds. Talk to you backstage, y'all. We're here every week, every Wednesday, 6:30 live. We're here this month. We're talking about school resources. So, our kids are going back to school, so we want to help our parents, help the school staff, help you get prepared for your kids going back to school. Y'all join us weekly, Wednesday, 6:30. Do us a favor, share, heart, love this video. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all be blessed. Wakanda forever.